The mayor of Springfield, Ohio, is Mayor Rob Rue, and he joins us now. Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Do me a favor. Give me your take on the status quo there right now, the nature of this threat, what you're hearing from communities. What has this national attention done?
Well, I'd like to answer that, but I'd like to first say Springfield is still beautiful, and your pets are safe in Springfield, Ohio. Safe. So what this has done is created a negative light, obviously, that we did not look for, we did not ask for. These claims were just untrue, and we may mention that we just don't see reports of those. There's a lot of frenzy on the internet, but this is not what we're seeing. So it's a bit frustrating.
So what do you need? What do people need to understand about what Springfield, Ohio represents that needs to happen in this country?
Well, we're a diverse community for sure. And we have been dealing with an infrastructure strain due to this immigration influx. Any community in the United States that would receive 25 to 30% of their population in a short period of time is going to face infrastructure strain. So we got on national media about 2 months ago, and we were saying this is a concern of ours. We were looking for help. What we need help with is we need to be able to speak with those people who have come across through the federal border and immigration policy. We need to be able to understand them. And so we're asking for translation services that can help us do that. And we're asking for funding for it. Our safety services are overwhelmed. Our hospitals are overwhelmed. Our school system's overwhelmed. Recently, the governor of the state, Mike DeWine, funded about $2.5 million for the next 2 years to help our healthcare system. That will mostly go to translation to both our critical care facility and our federally funded facility as well. And then he also, there's another thing that I saw.
Go ahead. Make your point. Go, and then I'll finish.
Another thing I saw on another news channel last night was that troops are being sent into Springfield. They are not. What is happening is a coordinated effort in conjunction with our police department and our local sheriff's department with the state highway patrol to help us with reckless operation. Have we seen an uptick in reckless operation? Absolutely. And so we're getting help. Mike DeWine, our governor, is helping us. So there is, just to squelch that rumor, no troops are being sent in to protect us as of right now.
I've always found the governor to act in basic good faith, and at least the attention shined enough focus where he took this step, at least at this contemporaneous with all the rest of the attention. Clarify something. Did you or the state ask for the migrants to come? Was the municipality consulted, or was this just done to you?
This was something that was done to us. We have no control over the borders. We cannot sit on the edge of town and carting people who are coming in or looking for passports. That's just something that cannot happen, and obviously no city or state that even does that. So this is something that did happen to us. It did happen to us with federal policy. Under the current federal policy, they're here legally, and they're here, and there's nothing that's taking them out right away. So as a community, we're trying to embrace them and get embrace the situation we're at and get our arms around it.
But why Springfield? Why not Canton? Why not Cleveland?
Over the last 10 years, we were in an economic decline for a long time. And over the last 10 years, we've seen about 8,000 jobs come to our community. We're at a housing boom where we're going to see about 2,000 houses come online in the next 5 years. There's a lot of good things happening in Springfield. Plus, the hiring radius of living in a cost of the living in our town, the hiring radius is about 9 counties. And so people will live in our community and work in a surrounding region of about 9 counties. It's a great place to live.
Yeah, we saw reporting that the migrants have enriched the experience there, like has often happened when my people came here 2 generations ago into Brooklyn and Queens and other states as well.
But in the beginning is a culture clash, and that's what we're facing right now. And that's, I don't want to be too Pollyannish about this. There is a culture clash, and we see it and we know it, but it's just all hitting us from all levels. And the federal leaders who had the national stage did not help us solve this problem.
No, because there's nothing like division to make things worse in a community. But What kinds of issues are you facing economically? We've been showing the numbers the last few days about how population centers like Springfield, many named Springfield, lag in underemployment and employment, income gap disparity, opportunities with skilled labor. What would help Springfield, Ohio?
Well, some of the things are already online. As you know, we're kind of in the center of this aviation technology and unmanned vehicles. These are things that are happening at our airport. There's opportunities that are coming to the area that are really speaking to this advanced air mobility program. So there are good jobs like that coming to town. We're seeing an uptick in all of these opportunities.
What would you want from the federal government? Let's say one of them decides to actually go visit the place to talk to people instead of talking about them. What would you say to the two people who want to be our leader?
So if you're going to come to Springfield, we would like you to have open eyes to our town, and we'd not like to be prejudged. Springfield is a community that works collaboratively to get things accomplished. We are a community where leaders will come together very quickly in the middle of an afternoon and solve a problem. And we have to focus on unfortunately, rumors and rhetoric instead of really going after and focusing on the things that concern the citizens of Springfield, such as infrastructure, our schools, and our healthcare system.
It makes no sense that we have a system where you can have a third of your population introduced in a condensed period and have no input. This is a system that needs to be fixed.
I would agree
This
with
is
that.
one more point of proof. This is one more point of proof of that. And I applaud you, Mayor, for talking about your community and your needs. And we never talked party politics once. I don't even know what party you're in. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for joining us. We're always a call away if you need anything.
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.